Interruption. Hiya Dishies, how are you? I had a lousy week the last week and a half. You know, remember about a year and some months ago, a year ago from November, I found the little kitty in the road and I brought him home and I named him Beckham. Well, my Beckham got really sick it's been a week and a half now, and he was in the kitty cat ICU for 5. Anyway, he's home. He came home. I brought him home on Saturday, and I've been slowly nursing him back to health, and he's making steady but slow improvement. He's doing pretty well right now. He's resting right now, but I tell you, and now my dog is mad at me because I have to lock her up from the mailman. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Animals, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. They break your heart, just like children. Okay, enough of that. I have a small haul. You may have remembered me saying that I think I'm kind of gonna pull away from the reselling, so I'm probably not gonna have as many hauls. I'm just overwhelmed with life and stuff right now. I wanna kind of get rid of some stuff. However, I do wanna keep doing the giveaways as long as I can. I don't know, we'll just have to see. I'll let you know if I decide to stop it. But I have a small haul and I have the giveaway, but you have to stay to the end because this time you have to do something besides leave a comment. Well, you have to leave some information in your comment. But more on that later. My friend Juanita, who does the estate sales, she was having an estate sale just down the street from me, like literally 1 block. I walked over there even though the weather was not good. She told me they didn't have very much stuff, but I gathered up a bunch of items. She charged me $7 for, I wrote it down. She charged me $7 for a total of 14 items, so about 50 cents a piece. Thanks, Juanita. I know many of you buy Christmas and holiday items throughout the year. I think all thrifters do that, don't you? Because we're smart, right? I bought a couple things, not a lot of vintage, but a few things which I found. I found these Treasure House Crafty Ideas candy canes, and they're made out of a wire, and they have like a little foil and cellophane wrapping on them. So those were a good find. On the back here it says made in Taiwan, but it's also on the candy canes themselves. And it had an old H&H, which is an old hardware store from around here many, many years ago. So those are probably from the 1970s. And I found 2 boxes of Christmas tree hangers. And I know my friend Deborah Cabasa, we were talking about this, or she brought it up on her channel. The Christmas ornament hangers that you buy today, they just do not hold up to the ones of yesteryear. These are great, and they're getting harder to find when you go out thrifting, and when they are for sale during the holidays online, they sell between $5 and $10 a box. Yeah, so 50 cents a box is not bad. This one has a little retro Santa Claus on it, and I don't know if it said where this one was made. Oh, it says actual. These Woolworth America's Christmas Stores ornament hangers. Those are kind of cool and retro. These also say made in Taiwan. You can see the original price of 23 cents. I keep finding rulers for my collection. I found some cool rulers lately, and I really like this one. This is a 15-inch ruler. I guess that was a thing. I guess they made rulers at 15 inches. So I don't know why, but this is a really cool one. This is a Westcott ruler, and I know a lot of you know that they made some of these older rulers made in the USA, but this one is really flat, And it does have, it's barely, you can barely see it, but it does have the little steel piece to help you draw a line. But I like this one because it's nice and flat. It's good for making those lines on paper. And it has a really pretty grain to the wood. So I don't know how you figure out the date for these things, but I really like this one. And some practical items. I got some utility knife blades for my X-Acto knife. In fact, I think there were 3 packages, and I have the other package with my knife. I got those, and I got these decorative thumbtacks. Can you see how they have a little decoration on them? I thought they might be good for doing things for my doll's house, or just when you hang things. It's kind of nicer than a nail, but I don't really put nails in my walls. We've already talked about that. And look at these. This was something I didn't need. I'm still picking up things I don't need. These are like teacher whistles. That's how I think of them. And when my husband, who's a teacher, when he graduated from his credentialing program, I bought him one. I bought him a vintage whistle. The largest one just says made in Taiwan, or just says Taiwan on it here. And they all have their, their little cork ball in there. I'm not gonna blow on them. And then the other one says Leopro brass whistle made in Taiwan. This is kind of a little bit smaller, and it's got the little ball in there. And then this one was really neat. This one says the Acme Thunderer, made in England, and it definitely looks older. You can kind of see. I mean, they all have a vintage look, and they all are that nice. So I don't know if these were like steel plated brass, because they do say brass on them. So I don't know I don't know anything about old whistles. My husband probably could definitely use that in his classroom. I know a lot of you are teachers. Do you need a whistle? Let me know. Oh, I forgot one of my practical items here. I got one of those wood stain pens. I've noticed some of the miniature artists that I like to watch online that they find these very handy when they're making miniatures for their dolls' houses and room boxes. So I got that. And of course, I got some books. So that was 10 items all together there that I just showed you, and then the books. So this one has a paper cover that's meant to look like leather, and it's kind of falling apart a little bit, and it's shedding kind of all over the place here. So I should put it in a baggie. But this is an interesting book. This is, let me look at my note here. This is embossed here. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Forms there. And it's a 1921 reprint of an 1889 original. It's a Presbyterian church rite and ritual book. So it talks about burials and funerals and how you pray over the sick, and ordination and dedicating a church. Really interesting and old. You can kind of see how the pages look there. Someone really used this. I wonder if they were a Presbyterian minister or something. And this one I thought was really, really cool here. This is a California State Series spelling book. This one is from 1918, Speller for Elementary Schools, Book 1. And this one is from 1918. I'm pretty sure that was like the tail end of the flu pandemic, the big flu pandemic around World War I. And this is really cool. It says, this is the property of Herbert Frary Jr., purchased by his mother, Mrs. H.F. Frary. And then here's his name. Isn't that cool? The words are for different grades. There's a first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. I got that. And this one I got simply for the cover, even though it has some damage on it. I just thought it was really pretty. So that's the back of it, which looks exactly like the front, only the front has the damage. But look at the beautiful spine. It's all embossed in gold. And I guess these Rolo books were a series of books by Jacob Abbott, because there are other ones, Rolo, doing different things. There's not much in the way of illustrations inside, but there's a nice face page here, which is like hand inked, it looks like. It's really beautiful. And this is an 1897 edition of an 1885 original. Yeah, so for 50 cents, not too bad. And then this one I think I'm keeping. The others I'll probably give to Alicia to do with what she will. This one is Graded Lessons in Physiology and Hygiene. I love the vintage medical books. This was Gertrude Hatfield's book. I love that name, Gertrude Hatfield. I love it. And it's, you know, how we breathe. Here's an illustration of the lungs. And it's published by Crone and Crumbine. Did I look this one up? This is a 1912 reprint of a 1900 publication. Yeah. Diseases due to alcohol and narcotics. Improper position because of too high a desk. Improper position because of too low a desk. You know, talking about ergonomics, these things are relevant, still relevant today. Oh, this is a cool illustration. Oh, no, this is not a cool illustration. Yeah, I'm not even going to show it because you know what? There's a poisoned animal. Yeah. Oh, this is a cool illustration here of a brain. Yeah, anyway, I like that one, and that'll go in my vintage medical book collection. Yeah, and that's all I got. So that's 14 things for 50 cents a piece. Not too shabby. All right, are you ready to find out what I'm giving away? And it is this beautiful, beautiful tin. You can see it's all embossed to look like mosaic. Isn't that pretty? I know you've seen these before at antique malls and whatnot. On the bottom, it says made in Holland container. And it has a pretty flower on the front. Isn't it pretty? It's really, really gorgeous. I'm pretty sure that Alicia found this tin. And very clean inside. It's a good 8 inches, 8 plus inches in diameter. And what I would like to do, if you win, is I would like to fill it with something that fits, that is something that you might like. So when you leave your comment, it would be very helpful if you would just tell me something about what you collect and what you like, what colors you like. For example, I like vintage kitchenware from the mid-century and I like red, you know, something like that. Or I like floral ephemera, or I like, I don't know. But I have to find something that will fit in here that might be what you like. If you win, I don't know what I might or might not have to fit in here, but I will try to find something. that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this little haul face-to-face, which we haven't done for a long time. Please leave a comment if you want to enter the contest. I am not going to be able to do the giveaway on April 7th, so we're gonna do it on the 6th. So you have between now and April 5th, only the 5th, to leave a comment, and on the 6th, we'll do the drawing. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you on the 7th.
No, the 6th.
Shedding